Hello, everybody. Welcome back, all of the replay viewers. This is Joy here at Stevens Suburban Homestead. And as you may remember, we're new homesteaders. Been doing this not even a year yet. We actually didn't even have our garden beds last year at this time. So we're almost to our 1 year anniversary. And I'd like to show you, I have a bunch of stuff. Yes? In a minute, I'll be right there. Isn't it always the case? As soon as I get doing something else, she all of a sudden needs my attention. All right. Anyway, shout out from all the mamas. So we have I had bought all my seeds at first. As you can see, I clearly buy seeds, and I've even bought things like monarch seeds. But then once I got some of the basics done, I think that's how it is for us as we start to get the garden beds done, the dirt in, start to get the hang of those initial things that, then you have space in your brain for more. So welcome everybody, I started saving my seeds. So these are like marigold seeds, and then I just filed away, I originally bought these black-eyed pea seeds. I don't know why that's not focusing for y'all, sorry. But then I saved the ones there. And see, I have a little dry silica. So what I was going to show y'all today, it's not going to be a long video, but I had just a whole mess of stuff. I literally had things in this tiny little wire basket up in the cabinet, and it was just sitting there kind of crazy. And every time I was going in, I would have to dig and dig and dig and dig. And then I had like some paperwork. And so in my paperwork for garden, I have garden plans. I have my soil sample. I have little reminders to myself about budgets, where I bought things. And even in here, I have information about like when to fertilize things, like rose garden and the orchard and whatnot. So what I decided is I had this thing that I was going to put in the garage sale that we used to have some old files in, obviously. And so Grandpa Ron actually gave me this idea. He said, you have that big mess of seeds. Why don't you just organize them into different things? And so it made a lot of damn sense. I'll be there in a minute, Chloe. Just wait. Jeez Louise. Who else has kids out there that don't talk to them for 14 hours, and then as soon as they're on the phone, they need their attention? Anyway, we'll wrap this up in a minute. Okay, so what I did was, for me, you kind of had to go whatever kind of gardener you are. You may want it to be a little more meticulous, or perhaps you don't need as many categories. But I decided to do an herb category. I'm going to have a butterfly garden category. And then you can see I have melons and squashes. There we go. The reason I separated these out is because they take up so much room. I actually have to plant melons and squashes, obviously, in a different space. You just can't plant them in rows. They go everywhere. And then the other thing is I give special attention to the melons and squashes because we use them for fun stuff like Halloween. So I want to make sure to plant them early enough. I put salad green seeds out separately because they go all the time. I have warm season seeds, and you can see some of the things I have. I have some okra saved. I happen to have these in a separate bag right now just because I have them already growing. So that's something else you might do. If you're anything like me, you forget things. I think all the time I'm going to be on top of it. I think I know what I'm doing, and then I go out to the garden bed. I can't even remember. I had 3 markers out of the 4 rows I planted, and I was like, oh, I'll remember that's lettuce. I didn't remember until I found this bag. So anyway, that's that. Then I threw these over here just to show you how messy it was before, but I have marigold seeds. I don't know why I'm wild about marigolds. It might be from my childhood, but I'm wild about them. And because we're in zone 9B, even though they are annuals, I planted them and then they drop a lot of their seeds. I actually had saved these before I saw this magic happen, but God doesn't really need me to propagate seeds. He knows what he's doing. I picked these thinking I was going to need to replant them, but we were so warm this year that they just fell on the ground. I literally have seeds for marigolds already starting again. Now, granted, under a normal year in Houston, we would have a freeze all the way till almost March. And so the marigolds outside, you can see if you can see, I have some pretty ones here. They probably would have died and I would have had to save the seeds. So I have them all right here, and then I have them all around the different gardens. I like to put them all around my veggies. Okay, so I have these saved because I think they'll be important. And I even marked them if you care more. Like these dark marigolds are my favorite. Here, I'll take you out through the laundry and show you. It's not a kind that I used to grow when we were little. They're just so pretty. Can y'all see the difference? The darker ones here, and then there's some pretty yellow ones. Anyway, so I just separate my flowers out because it's kind of fun if you have a plan or if you want a certain color somewhere. It's easier to find them. Okay, and then, so I'll have a folder for the tips is what I'm calling them. And then these are my cool season, so we'll be putting those away soon. I have a whole new garden, like a 3-week-old garden already growing because I think they're gonna be ready by the end of like March or April. The last thing that I'll have is these are kind of like my dream plants. And so I pull things out of magazines, but because I'm frugal and because I know I can only manage so many new plants at once, these are gonna be 2017 plants. And then I do the silica gel. I just ordered this on Amazon because when I save my seeds, I put one little packet in each envelope. So that's pretty much it. And I think that it's going to work out really, really well in my little packet. And then I'll have it organized so I can see, I can find things quickly. And then I think something that might work for me, like for instance, these radishes are 30-day maturity. So I know I'm going to be replanting this again one more time. And then I think it's important for me to remember it. I have to see it. So I'll probably have a folder right at the front that says this month. It may just say this month, and I may pop some things in. And then after I'm done with it, because they won't do as well when it's hot here, then I'll put it back into the cool season folder. So those are just some ideas on how to stay organized in your garden. I hope you enjoyed. Check us out on Facebook, Stevens Suburban Homestead. And sometimes I load these up to YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, so if you want to go back and see them, or check in of our other videos. It's under the same name, Stevens Suburban Homestead. Thanks, and have a good rest of Sunday. Peace out.